They're drugs people commonly take to treat their anxiety, but the pandemic made many people more anxious, and those drugs are highly addictive. As News 4's Rebecca Cardenas explains, overdose deaths on these prescription meds have multiplied at an alarming rate.
They sure have, Marius, and it's partially because those anxiety meds, which are classified as benzodiazepines, have gotten more expensive in recent years as prescription guidelines have tightened. So people with an addiction are increasingly buying them off the street. One man knows firsthand what kind of life-altering consequences that can have.
It took a big wake-up call to turn Chad Wilkerson's life around.
I was in jail for second-degree attempted murder. You know, it was at that point that I could finally, it was like something clicked, and I was like, I need help.
He says his addiction began with alcohol, then turned to prescription drugs.
I found benzos in early like high school and stuff with things like Xanax and Valium, and I started abusing those because it was something that I could use that most people didn't notice that I was on.
Benzodiazepines are commonly prescribed, highly addictive anxiety medication that when abused can have life-altering consequences.
We've seen overdose rates increase across the board.
Dr. Chapman Sledge, Chief Medical Officer at Drug Addiction Treatment Center, Cumberland Heights, says the social isolation brought on by the pandemic led to increased cases of anxiety. That and a recent uptick in the production of illicit benzos has been a deadly combination.
If you buy off the street what looks for the world like a 2 milligram Xanax tablet, it might be fentanyl, it might be a designer benzodiazepine, or it might be a combination of the two.
Between 2019 and 2020, overdose deaths on illegally manufactured benzos went up more than 6 times.
People think that things that are prescribed to you by a doctor or alcohol are safe, and that really couldn't be further from the truth.
Wilkerson, now a recovery care advocate at Cumberland Heights, says he wishes he knew then what he knows now.
Hey, you're not alone. Like, there are so many people that have felt exactly the way that you are feeling now.
Dr. Sledge says 90% of overdoses on benzos usually involve opioids as well. That statistic so high that in 2016, the CDC strongly discouraged prescribing benzos and opioids together. Marius.